This upcoming estate auction will feature a collection of fine jewelry and timepieces. I'd like to take a moment and show you some pieces that are of special interest to me. Lot 101 is a 15-karat garnet eternity bracelet. The braided gold design with the lover's knot signifies love forever, love eternal, and the drop heart is "You are my sweetheart." These were given as mementos of engagement or endearment in the Victorian period. We find this to be English because it's 15 karat. That is a classic English carat weight, and these were very popular because of the romance and the love between Queen Victoria and her husband Albert. It also has a wonderful little place in the back where you could put a photo as a memento, and these were given as love tokens to your dearest in the Victorian period. We estimate this in auction at $400 to $600. If you have any questions on any of these items in our auction or any others, please come to our preview and I'd be glad to answer any questions you may have.
The furniture portion of our October estate sale features French furniture and decorations, such as this Vernet Michaan vitrine. This is a collection of miniatures painted primarily in the Rococo style. They all date around 1900 and are a great example of French and European decorative arts around 1900. Lot 532 features two items. The first item is a jewelry box that's centered by another woman who's perhaps ready for a springtime fete in the garden. She has a lovely rose headdress on her hair, and she's featured in a garden setting. The box itself is made of very fine gilt bronze ground. It features a rose border. The other item in this lot is also features 18th century scene in porcelain with a gilt bronze rim as well as a gilt bronze base. In the bowl, we find a scene of a shepherdess and her suitor, also in a garden setting. Lot 536 features a miniature of the artist, French artist Marie Lebrun. Although it was painted posthumous, she was particularly known for her paintings of Marie Antoinette and other mistresses of Louis XV. This particular miniature has some significance in that it was retailed by Gomps of San Francisco around 1900. These are just a few examples of the fine furniture and decorations that we have to offer this month. If you're interested in a unique piece, please come to our preview and see what we have to offer.
The October Estates auction ends with a sale of fine art, paintings and sculpture from Europe and America, and then a section of ethnographic art, of tribal art from North America, Africa, and the other parts of the world. Featured in the fine art section are a number of landscapes, and especially interesting are these landscapes from Australia. I'd like to talk to you about them. These two watercolor paintings were painted in Australia, in Western Arnhem Land, in Aboriginal country. A school started there called Hermannsburg, and there was a particular artist named Albert who saw an exhibition there at a mission of Western painting of his native landscape, and he was utterly fascinated, and he wanted to learn this new craft of painting. So he took lessons from the teachers at the mission, and soon a whole group of other artists came behind him learning watercolor technique. Oscar Namatjira was one of Albert's 5 sons and painted this in approximately 1950. Adolf Inkamala was born in 1914 and painted in the Hermannsburg School in the 1940s. What's interesting about these watercolor paintings is that they look to our eyes like a typical Western landscape, but to the Aborigines, they see ancestors and ghosts in the trees and the cliffs. This carries on an ancient tradition of painting by the Aborigines on rocks, on cliffs, and on their houses, depicting ancestors and spirit places, which they saw in their landscapes. and these paintings continue that tradition. These wonderful watercolors, as well as all of the other fine and ethnographic arts, are going to be previewed starting Friday, October 1st, and Saturday, October 2nd, and then sold Sunday, October 3rd, beginning at 10 o'clock.